Yes, people. This is Tactical Radio, Tactical United, and AC Milan Man United preview. First leg 1-1. We need to get the win in. And I actually believe we will. I know I'm like, I don't rate Ollie, and I don't, but I rate our players, and I rate our away record, and I rate the way we play away. I rate the pace we have in the break. I don't want Cavani to play, because if Cavani plays, we're not winning. If Cavani starts, we won't win the game. 100%. I like the way Greenwood performed. I'm going to talk about Haaland as well. But yeah, no, first of all, the preview, and I'm really like looking forward to the game. AC Milan showed a technical style of football that we haven't been used to, that we only see really Man City play in this Premier League. We don't see no other team really play a technical style of football. And we didn't really know how to deal with it. We didn't really know how to stop it happening, and they kept spinning us. They spun us the way that Leipzig spun us in that last group game in the Champions League. The way they spun us, they just kept moving us side to side, and we couldn't handle it. We couldn't handle it. We couldn't do nothing about it. We didn't have any game plan. We didn't have any tactical prowess. He didn't make any real substitutions. It all just went. The substitutions he just did was to make it so defensive, and then we just invited pressure, and then they scored in the end. So but I do think away from home, we're just too dangerous. Like, if you look at all our best results, they're all away from home. All of them. For the Leeds result, and obviously the 9-0 Southampton, but they lost, they went to 9-10 men, whatever it was. All our good performances have been away from home because we are comfortable away from home. We're not comfortable being a progressive team. We're not comfortable dominating the ball. Fred McTominay can't dominate the ball. This is the issue. Now, the only way that we could lose this game or not qualify is if AC Milan, if they utilise tactics where they don't push forward too much. If they're clever enough to not push forward too much, to play the same way they did against us in Old Trafford. If they utilise these same tactics, even less attacking, if they do even less attacking than they did in Old Trafford, then I do believe that they will qualify, because I can't. As long as there's space, will cause problems and will cause issues. But I do think that Greenwood is bound to score if he starts up front. I do think he will score if he starts up front. Like, this performance against who did we play? West Ham was technically tight. And Greenwood's always technically tight. He's a technically tight baller. Greenwood's always been my favourite baller. I've said this from day one. And I think Ollie just hasn't given him the confidence to perform. Hasn't given him the platform to perform. Greenwood always doesn't feel like he's loved at Man United. I personally believe, like, the way Ollie has treated him, I don't think he's been loved. I think he never really says he's a good finisher, but he needs to work on his heading. He always takes him off, even if you play him well. He's never never really goes out his way to praise Greenwood. He only if he asks us a question, and I think he's kind of jealous. I honestly, I know it sounds weird and strange, but I think Ollie is known for to be the best finisher in Man United. I think in his head that's what he believes, and he doesn't want Greenwood to have that reputation. I know it sounds pathetic, and I know people will think, you don't know what you're talking about, Tactical Red, but this is the feeling I get. I base things on the intuition, and I see things on the pitch that prove my intuition. And yeah, he's playing up front now, but it's only because he hasn't got no one else. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't respect Ollie, and I don't rate him, but I do rate our away record. I do rate the way we play away from home, and I think it could be a game where we could win. I think we could actually win the game outright. I do. I can see like a 3-1, 3-2 type of game. Honestly, I can't see AC Milan qualifying in this game, because I think our attack is good. But I think the only thing I will say is that we could crumble under pressure. Like, Ollie could try to do something, and because he's trying to do something, like, remember when we played against Leipzig, we played 5 at the back. Stupid tactics from Ollie. Stupid tactics. Our final game, we haven't played 5 at the back hardly ever, and then he plays it against Leipzig, a game that we need to just draw, and then we lose. Embarrassing tactics from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no doubt about it. And he could do an embarrassing move again. We don't know, but we'll wait and see what happens in the game. Erling Haaland has been spoken about a lot by various sources about coming to Manchester United. I'm of the opinion that he didn't want to come to Manchester United. Ollie flew out there, yeah. Let's get the story right, because people want to create their own narrative, and this is what I find frustrating about a lot of United fan channels, that they create their own narrative and they don't actually base things on factual evidence. Do you understand? I go things based on factual evidence. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has played with Erling Haaland. Okay? We all know that. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer flew out to Salzburg, sorry, and to lure Erling Haaland to Manchester United, and of a fee of 15 or 20 million, whatever it was. Now, people, particularly, and I'm going to say them again because I'm sick and tired of their bollocks, particularly United stand, particularly the United stand, they say that Ed Woodward and the board didn't want to pay an extra 5 million for Erling Haaland. Bollocks. Of course they would have paid 5 million for Erling Haaland. They paid... Oh. Yeah, that's just my little boy. They paid 35 million for Van der Beek, who doesn't play. They paid 35 million for Diallo, who doesn't play. They paid 15 million for Telles, who doesn't play. Why would they not spend that money on Erling Haaland? And the funny thing is, that same January transfer window, they spent 60 million on Bruno Fernandes. So that, but the United stand, they will tell you that the board didn't want to spend the money. That's what they're going to tell you. Yeah? That's what they're going to tell you. They're going to tell you the board didn't want to spend the money. Bollocks. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went out there, he went out to Austria, in Salzburg. Very nice place, by the way. And he failed to attract Erling Haaland, and he failed to impress Erling Haaland to come to Man United. Now, I think there's two reasons for this. Number one, Erling Haaland has played with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer before, so he understands who he's dealing with. Potentially he didn't want to play for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer again because potentially he doesn't rate him. Number two, his agent doesn't want to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer another Manchester United. He doesn't want to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer one of his clients because he knows Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a crack coach based on many things, but mainly results and Pogba. Like, don't think just because Pogba's a nice guy, he's not stupid. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went there, failed to bring in Erling Haaland, and now the papers believe that Erling Haaland is going to want to come when he has the options of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Why would he want to come to Manchester United? It's not going to happen. Like, I'm sick and tired of all these guys with their clickbait headlines of trying to get people to watch their thing when they know it's not going to happen. I'm here to tell you guys the truth. I'm not here to put titles up and act as if I am trying to say this is going to happen or that's going to happen. It's not going to happen. We are not signing Erling Haaland. We may sign Sancho, maybe, but I don't know if we're going to spend the money. But Haaland will definitely not come to Manchester United. Definitely. I'm 100%. And you're like, how can you be 100%? Because the evidence is there. On top of that, Ollie said in his press conference before the West Ham game, Fletcher's there to go to places and sell Manchester United. Why? It's because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fails to do that. He's a failure in convincing anyone to do anything for him. He doesn't convince players how to play, doesn't convince anything, or it doesn't convince fans, only some idiotic fans who believe in, past glories and, sentiment. That's all he's not convincing. So he's even brought in Fletcher to do that job because he's failed in Bellingham, he's failed in Haaland. He needs someone to do that. This is what I'm saying. This is what I am saying. The evidence is there to see that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did not attract Haaland, and that was the reason why Haaland chose Borussia Dortmund. Why would you choose Borussia Dortmund and not Manchester United? Because, to be honest, no one would do that except if you don't respect the manager. That's the only reason. And people are choosing to avoid it because it's too hard for them to accept that Man United have a manager who no one really wants to play for, except for mediocre players. And, you know, after this Van de Beek fiasco, no one's going to want to come to Man United. And that's potentially why we're focusing on youth. That's potentially why we have no money. Because no one wants to come. Sancho could have came and it could have changed the game, but they didn't want to spend the extra change. And that's the end of that. You know, I don't want to hear no more Haaland talk, and I'm sick of all these guys talking about Haaland. I'm looking forward to the game on Thursday. I hope AC Milan have a few more players, because I want to see the best players play, because I'm a football fan before anything else. Well, I'm a Man United fan, but I'm also a football fan. I'm like, it's like on par, innit? And you know, I want to see top quality football. I want to see top quality players. I want to see Man United play well. I want to see, you know, I think we will play well and I think we will win, even though I don't rate us. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm Tactical Red. This is Tactical United. Everyone enjoy their day.